What's going on, everybody? Josh here with Scrapyard Films, and today I got another OBS tutorial for you. And in this one, I'm going to be showing you the best streaming settings if you're trying to use your new NVIDIA RTX 3000 graphics card. So let's go ahead and roll that intro. So we're in the new OBS 27, which was released just on June 1st of 2021. This new version of OBS is better in a lot of different ways than version 26, but there are plenty of videos comparing those two out already, so I won't be wasting your time with that. Today we're going to be telling you about the best streaming settings you can get using your GPU. So let's go over to settings. On the left-hand side, we see all of our standard options right here. We're going to choose video. The video settings are important because it all changes depending on what type of game you're playing, on what monitor you're using, on what refresh rate you have, things like that. Some people game on 2K and 4K monitors, but the golden rule I like to use when streaming or recording is use 1080p. And that means scale it down to 1080p if you're using a higher resolution. So I usually game in 2K, so for my base canvas resolution, I would change that to 2K. But when I'm recording or streaming, I want to downscale that to 1080p or 720p. Downscaling makes it easier for people viewing your stream or recording to watch it, and it also makes it easier in your computer to make that stream or recording. If you have a really good PC with a big monitor and you want people to easily watch it, make your base canvas your monitor's resolution and your output scaled 1080p, 1920 by 1080. If you have a lower end computer, you want to probably change your base canvas to 1080p, game in 1080p, and then downscale it to 720p. That'll make it a lot easier on lower end PCs. Now, if you are downscaling, we'll see downscale filters right here, and then we have four options. The top one is bilinear, then we got area, then we got bicubic, then we got Langsos. Bilinear is the fastest output. It's easier on lower end computers, but it is not super accurate, and it gets a little bit blurry every once in a while. That's for lower end PCs. Then on the opposite end of the spectrum, we have Langsos, which is a really good sharpened downscale, and that is pretty intensive on the computer, so you have to have a good computer to choose this option, or you'll get dropped frames and things like that. So if you have a pretty average computer, you can choose area or bicubic. It doesn't really matter on that one. So I'm just going to choose area. And then we have common FPS value. Now typically you're playing a game in about 60 frames per second if you have a 60 hertz monitor. The end user watching your stream is never going to see it in that high of a frame rate, ever. You want to use 60. That's going to look great. So for good PCs, I recommend 60. If you're dropping frames and your PC is struggling a little bit, you can drop it down to 48 to get a still real nice look. But for weaker end PCs, you want to drop that down to 30, which is half of 60, which is the standard refresh monitor rate of the average person who has a computer monitor. So that being said, if you have a good computer, choose 60. If you have a medium-ish computer and you're dropping frames, choose 48. If you have a low-end computer, choose 30. So we're just going to choose 30 and hit apply. And now we're going to go over to the output tab on the left. And then we'll see four tabs at the top here: streaming, recording, audio, and replay buffer. Since this is a streaming tutorial, I'm going to show you the streaming settings using your GPU. I personally have an RTX 3080 in my machine, so for encoder, if we click that option, we'll go down, we'll see X264 or NVIDIA NVENC. If you have an AMD graphics card, you will see an AMD encoder in this option, and the options are very similar. So we're going to choose NVIDIA's. We're going to make sure to uncheck rescale output because we are manually rescaling in our video tab. Rate control, we have four options: CBR, CQP, VBR, and lossless. The only two options you want to choose when streaming are either CBR, constant bitrate, or VBR, variable bitrate. If you're playing a game that has a lot of static frames in it, frames that don't change, pixels that stay the same color, not a first-person shooting game, you can choose VBR and you'll get a better quality stream. But if your screen's constantly changing, like a first-person shooter, you're constantly moving, every pixel's changing every single second, you want to choose CBR because that's going to be more accurate. So we're going to keep it on VBR for this sake because it has a couple of more options. When choosing VBR, you will have a bit rate, a target bit rate, and then a maximum bit rate. This is the bit rate you want your computer to keep hitting on average. It'll try to stay right at that number. And then this is the maximum bit rate that your computer will never go over. Now this part depends highly on your internet. If you have a good upload speed, then you can increase this bit rate and max bit rate to something around the 6,000 to 10,000 area. If you have really poor internet, then you want to keep that number as low as you can possibly go. And the lowest I've seen to have an okay still looking stream is 2,500. And for the max bit rate, we'll put it at 3,000. That is for some low end internet. Now down to keyframe interval. If you keep it on 0, it's going to automatically determine between 1 and 2, depending on your stream. So if you have a low-end computer or low-end internet, you can keep it on 0, and it's going to choose 1 or 2, depending on the frame. But if you have very reliable internet, I recommend putting this number to 1. Now down to preset, we have a few options here that are all self-explanatory: max quality, quality, performance, max performance, and then we have the low latency options, which are pretty intensive on your graphics card. If you have a really good graphics card like this 3080, then you can choose low latency, quality, or performance, and that's going to provide the best looking stream. If you have an okay graphics card like a RTX 20 series or even less, like a GTX 10 series, you'll want to go ahead and use the max quality or max performance options anywhere in these two depending on your card. So for this sake, I'm just going to choose performance because I want to ensure I got an amazing stream. Profile, high, medium, or baseline. You never really want to use baseline. It doesn't really make a difference. Actually, any of these three options don't make too much of a difference, but essentially, high is geared towards people who are watching it on a computer, and main is geared towards people who are watching it on a cell phone. Kind of base your decision off of that. So I typically keep mine at high. And then we have these two options. We have look ahead, which if you hover your mouse over this question mark, it explains it for you. But essentially, it's going to keep your quality the best it can by utilizing fluctuating B-frames. Then we have psycho-visual tuning. If you hover over here, we can see it as well. But basically, this lets your encoder, the NVIDIA encoder, optimize the bitrate for increased performance and visual quality. So basically, if you check these two boxes, you'll have a better looking stream. GPU, if you have multiple GPUs, you can change this number, but I only have one, and so I'm going to put it on 0, and that's going to use my default GPU in my 0 slot. If you have 2 GPUs, you can put 1. If you have 3 GPUs, you can put 3, and that's going to tell it which GPU encoder to use. It's not going to be able to use multiple encoders at the same time. Max B-frames, you want to keep this at number either 1 or 2. It doesn't make too much of a difference, but the higher you go with B-frames, the worse quality your stream will have. Once you're done with that, go ahead and hit apply, start your stream, and see how it looks. You can always go back into the settings and change some of these values to really pertain to your stream and your computer specifically. But my golden rule is always start with the worst quality and work your way up from there and see where your limitations are. If you start off with the best quality and get all these dropped encoders and missing frames and all that, then it's kind of hard to dial it back and still have a good reliable stream without getting really frustrated. And there you have it. If this video helped you out, be sure to shoot a like and subscribe down there because that'll really help me out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And I want to give a special shout out to all my legendary scrappers at the top, LMC and Hardy Cash. You can find links to their channels and social media in the description below. And thanks to all my super scrappers there in the middle and my awesome scrappers at the bottom.